Good evening, Joestit Kivano. Welcome to another week's edition of World Soccer. It's been an action-packed week in the World Game, with key matches being played both in the European Champions League and in the Copa Libertadores. And tonight's programme will feature highlights from both these tournaments, as well as our weekly roundup of domestic action and highlights packages. Our Champions League coverage will include the big clash between Újpest Dózsa and Trabzonspor, over to Greece for Panathinaikos at home to Dnieper, and we chart the rise of Italian giant killers San Benedettese, who... Excuse me. Our apologies, we seem to be having a few technical problems with our film of those games. We will bring them to you as soon as we are able. Now, TISM.
We're TISM. We hate you. Switch off now. Right, I see. And would you say that, you're an attractive girl?
Yeah.
Well, that's excellent. What about your neck? Do you have a nice neck?
A nice neck? I think I've got a nice neck.
What about the nape of your neck? I personally find the nape of the neck is a very sexual part of the female body. Is the nape of your neck, sexually arousing?
More so the back of my neck.
Oh, right, the back of your neck, right.
Yeah.
As opposed to the nape. Yeah. Let's just go down from the back of your neck to the shoulder blades. Now, your shoulder blades move, undulate like curves in the Gobi Desert. Would that be a reasonable explanation for your shoulder blades?
Reasonable enough, yeah.
Yes, okay.
Pretty cool beat there, I think you'll agree. Well, the youth of today certainly enjoy bopping about to the melodies and rhythms of popular music groups. Popular music groups such as the Silver Beatles, the Tourists, or Joy Division, to name but three. One of these groups are TISM, and to use the vernacular of the day, these youths think that band is really ace. I caught their gig at local night spot, the Spoof Club, and believe me, I was blown away. Gentlemen, are you currently working on a new piece of vinyl, or are you content to rest, at least in the short term, on your not insignificant laurels?
This is like a bad comedy show. Get out.
Yes. Yes, I see. All right, then, well, your latest hit single is receiving a lot of airplay, to coin a phrase, on the socialist radio stations, and it's, as I understand it, You'll Never Be an Old Man River. I understand that you're not going to play that for us now. What song are you going to play for us instead?
We want to go now because you are a turd.
Yes. Sounds like it may have a swinging beat. Indeed.
Drugs and rock and roll, it's a tragic topic, and a lot of artists, haven't they, Humphrey B. Flaubert, been the victims of drugs?
Well, yeah, I mean, take for instance Sly Stone, the guy, he's there in front of 250,000 people at Woodstock, bringing white and black and male and female together in integrated harmony. And, you know, 10 years later, due to cocaine abuse, the guy is a busker.
Yeah. So this next artist, a bit like Sly, this next artist lost it due to drugs. And TISM are saying to you out there in Rage Land, when you look at this clip, say no to drugs, don't do them.
Cut.
Thanks, yeah.
Step.
Hey, really liked what you were saying there
Yeah,
about
I
drugs.
found it quite inspiring. I think everyone will too, you know.
Yeah, you right there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug that killed River Phoenix. I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug that killed River Phoenix.
I saw his body thrashing round, I saw his pulse rate going down, I saw him in convulsive throes, I said, I'll have one of those.
Hillary had it in his veins. Hillary had it in his veins.
Hillary had Everest in his veins, I'm soaked in moon was not the same. Heroes explore to give us hope, river pushed back the envelope.
Drank the slab, drank the slab, drank the slab, the bombs got drunk. Drank the slab, drank the slab, drank the slab, the bombs got drunk.
I drank the slab that bombs got drunk, I injected some of Hendrix junk, I booked a seat and his skin and spine, rubber gas and sandwich, I ate the same.
Now I'm bored, now I'm bored, now I'm bored. There's no stopping. Now I'm bored, now I'm bored, now I'm bored. There's no stopping.
Now I'm bored and there's no stopping, need another slab to feel like copping. Well, I get my next drug action, odds on it'll be Michael Jackson.
I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug to kill River Phoenix. I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug to kill River Phoenix. I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug, I'm on the drug, I'm on the
Now, Humphrey, the Big Day Out 96 certainly seemed to be a bit of a narcotics tour. We've got Nick Cave in there, we've got Rancid, God knows what they're on, and we've also got Porno for Pyros, Perry Farrell, and of course we've got TISM, who are on the drugs that killed River Phoenix. What exactly were the drugs that killed River?
Well, I'm led to believe that River Phoenix was a big fan of Tarzan's grip. Now, you know, Tarzan's grip only works well in certain situations. You know, if you're looking to sort of adhere plastic to plastic, you know, Tarzan's grip is not your choice. Personally, I like Milliner's solution. There was a chap who ended up in Pentridge a few years back now, Pentridge being, of course, the well-known Victorian prison, and one of his friends in Pentridge covered him in Milliner's solution and set him alight. Well, I think that's the kind of career path that TISM are hoping to take. So, yeah, we're the Milliner's solution band of this whole tour.
Ron Etler-Barassi from TISM, and
Humphrey B. Flaubert here.
now, Humphrey, what do you think of the future of Australian art? That's what we're talking about to the review viewers out there.
Well, you know, when we considered the future of Australian art, we thought it was time that we should get to the absolute cutting edge of Australian art,
Yes.
and that's why we're here at the Australian Health, Sexuality and Lifestyles exhibition, because, you know, quite clearly, this is what the viewers of review really, you know, they want to know about. They want to be informed.
Yes, that's true.
about this sort of thing.
That's true. Like, you know, they've talked about the death of the novel, and they've talked about the fact that art in Australia is spiralling downwards, and I think TISM being on review is confirming that fact. You know, like, for 10 years, review viewers, we've been slagging you lot off. I know you're expecting some pencil-neck geek with short crop blonde hair and a black polo necked sweater and drinking his latte, talking about some crappy artist that's getting my taxes for years and years. And here you've got TISM, the sort of artist for people who aren't creative, you know. We're from the solidly middle class. We're the artists from the people who went to government schools, you know. So I'd like all you review listeners to put down your lattes and turn up your home stereos and your 48-inch colour TVs and get a taste of real life instead of sitting back on your black spotty behinds, taking my taxes and thinking you're so creative. Don't you agree, Humphrey?
Oh, I agree with everything you said, except for every third word.
5 minutes, 4, 3, 2, 1, go! Go to Australia! Go to Australia! Go to Australia! Go to Australia! 5 minutes, 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 4, 3, 2, 1, go, 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 5 minutes, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go. We all know young as his swimmers, be resigned to failure, do as history teaches, die on Middle Eastern beaches. 5 minutes, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, 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 5 minutes, 4, 3, 2, 1, go, 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 go. Mitty Marie's fisherman, the Massey Aussie sailor, there are TV stations, we like other nations.
She's also Miss Clubheads, and this is Nicole. And she's wearing a wet look, very hot black dress, suitable for supermarket shopping, and anything else that you think that you'd like to wear this particular outfit. Come on guys, let's give this girl a big round of applause.
So, Humphrey, the state of performing arts in Australia, I think it's healthy, don't you think, at the moment?
Well, quite clearly. I mean, you know, we're seeing an exhibition of it tonight. This is, you know, really where Australia is up there with London, New York, Berlin, you know, Amsterdam. We are on the cutting edge of the performing arts.
You notice there's a piquancy and simplicity about the pole, don't you think?
Well, that's right, yeah.
I think they're harking back to Beckett's famous line, let's hang ourselves, we might get an erection, you know?
Yes, it is a very Becketsian symbol, the pole.
And the stage, we note, is very bare, it's very dark, it's talking about life's own darkness and bareness itself. And,
well, it is, yeah. I think it's the Australian experience, really. They're looking at a man's condition very much like Dispossessed dealt with farm life.
That's very much.
I think that this stage is clearly an exhibition of that.
I think it's got the bare simplicity of White's Tree of Man, where the tree, the axe, those sort of things, take a sort of more symbolic, more universal meaning.
Yes.
I think this symbol here, for example, the purple represents the sort of anger and repression felt by many people, and the anger and repression is only barely covering what's happening underneath, you know, the deep,
that's right.
the deep welling up of anger of your
Yes.
proletarian classes.
And the colour purple too, you know, the purple of course is the royal colour and symbolises Australia's struggle with the idea of republicanism and whether or not we should break away from the monarchy. I think this is the performing artist's lot at the moment to deal with current issues.
I know his dad's abusive and his mum prefers the daughter. I know he's got an attention deficiency disorder. He's culturally excluded and he's genetically inbred. But the reason he's a homeboy is because he's a dickhead. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. He's a homeboy. Tell me why, tell me why. We all support empowerment, positive discrimination. When your class, your race, your age, your face determines your social station. Baseball cap and a love of rap might need sympathy, but still, possibly a homeboy could be a dickhead, pure and simple. Tell me why, tell me why, tell me why. He's a homeboy. Tell me why, tell me why. Here's what Dostoevsky said: know your enemy well enough, and you will pity them instead. Pity soon will turn to love, is what Jesus Christ once knew. They changed their minds the day when they met a homeboy crew.
Humphrey, nouveau cuisine I think has been an important part of the Australian art scene. Could you talk to me about your favourite vegetable?
Well, I find that seeing as we're entering into summer, you know, clearly the great summer vegetable is your asparagus.
Yeah, I think so.
Now,
how do you prefer the asparagus?
Well, I like to boil the asparagus just very quickly. Snap boil sort of process in for about a minute.
Yes.
Of course, you bend it and allow it to snap of its own accord.
Right.
You know, as we see demonstrated here.
By Ian Hewison.
Ian Hewison, yes. Memories of the Mediterranean. Here it is.
Yes.
You know, you need to get the asparagus just at the right consistency.
Right.
And
she's testing for that consistency right at the moment. It needs to be not fully stiff, but it does need to be blanched in some way.
Yeah,
don't you
blanched.
feel?
Yeah, blanched, definitely.
Yes.
You know, streetcar named Desire. Now, here is an artichoke used in this sort of parboiling technique. that the parboiling technique using the areola for parboiling is not well known. Now, of course, you can't see anything at the moment because we have an oyster, and you're not allowed to show oysters on prime time TV. Because people make jokes, you know, about female vaginas and all that sort of thing. Well, you know, as opposed to male vaginas.
Yes, you know. Whereas this is a separate. Now, I think your dip, I think your hors d'oeuvre, your hors d'oeuvres, you know, it's an important part of the nouveau Australian cuisine. I think
that's right. Yeah.
As we see here, I think the dessert, the full dessert menu, I think, is important.
And you know that we are at a healthy exhibition where you see the small amount of cream that's being applied here. You know, the main focus here is on a piece of fruit.
That's right.
Because this is about health.
That's right.
And, you know, we're talking health here. Yeah. And clearly this is
very positive.
It's a very positive image for young girls.
That's not just a message to young girls, it's a message to our primary producers out there to diversify. Not just Australia can no longer ride on the sheep's back. I think that's what this is saying to us. It's your exotic fruits, it's your niche markets, I think, that we're looking for here. Yes.
Hi, Tony here. Well, I'm sitting here preparing myself to go and interview the band TISM. They're very mysterious, but what I do know about them is they're from Melbourne. They wear masks and they're a law unto themselves, but I really think this photo here explains it all. Now, they've been very hard to track down. They have many interests and hobbies. First of all, I was going to meet them at a pickle factory. Then they wanted me to meet them at a garbage dump, heaven forbid. And now I'm going to a t-shirt printer's. Who knows what is going to happen, but stay with me. I need you. I need your strength. Do you really hate the music industry, like they say you do?
Well, we'd love to join it.
Yeah. It's sheer jealousy, Tony.
We'd love to be in it.
You know, when you sit at the ARIA Awards there in a lovely seat, we're watching
there,
on TV and wondering what it would be like.
Yeah.
It must be fantastic.
Would you like to be my dates this year?
Your dates?
My dates.
Oh, your dates. They wouldn't allow us in.
Well, yeah.
Maybe you can get us in.
I know people that could get you in. Definitely. Would you be my dates at the Arias? All three of you?
I actually think I'm doing my hair that night.
Tony,
sure?
I think you probably need to take drugs or something.
Yeah.
Well, it certainly is a difficult way to get a free t-shirt, but I eventually got my TISM t-shirt, which I'm very proud of. They do make a great t-shirt. I'm still as confused as ever about the band, but one thing I know for sure is that if my pop star career does start going downhill, I can always turn to TISM.
The guy who slacked the football team, those jobs were not for him. He turns into a real estate agent who believes in discipline. The guy who's first to use cocaine, the wild boy breaking free. He'll end up in a court of law as a prosecuting QC. Remember the school captain? Success was a matter of time. I can hear her now as she screams, Greg, you missed the stop sign. Forget Snoop Dogg, forget old iced tea. The true word out on the streets is produced by the DAC. What's the use of striving? Life's road in front unravels. We get to do the driving, don't choose the direction we travel.
Stop sign, grade the stop sign. The stop sign, grade the stop sign.
Sometime in the next 10,000 years, and I'm banking on it coming before my end-of-year exam. The rich kid becomes a junkie, the poor kid an advertiser. What a tragic waste of potential. Being a junkie's not so good either. And folks work hard for what you got. You are the fruit of their vine. Who cares what you sow and what you reap? And Greg, you missed the stop sign.
Searched around
sign. Break the stop sign. Something's
Quite happy to present an award for this kind of awkward and category, because it's cool that there's rewards and recognition of things in music that aren't just commercial and measured by the charts. And so this is a kind of disparate ragbag bunch of artists who otherwise would just come in the room and go straight out the door like a freak random event. But in this way, they're caught in the ever-tightening web of the organised music business. So here are the nominations.
Whoa. Single Gun Theory, Flow River of My Soul. Def FX, Ritual Eternal. Ed Cooper, Character Assassination.
break the stop sign.
TISM, Machiavelli and the Four Seasons.
Stop sign. Break the stop sign.
Magic Dirt, Life Was Better.
Whoa. The winner is TISM. Accepting this award on behalf of TISM is the presenter of SBS Sports Show, Les Murray.
This is serious, okay? In the immortal words of the great Hungarian centre forward, Nándor Hidegkuti, please, you mind? Amikor eljön a forradalom, a zeneipar lesz az első, amely menni fog. Köszönöm szépen, thank you very much.
Pass me those cans of beans, will you, Mo?
I want Milli Vanilli. I want Milli Vanilli. Don't want no 50s rockabilly. Don't want no 50s rockabilly. Don't want no peppers, red hot chili. I want Milli Vanilli. Don't want Dr. Sidney, no Billy. Don't want Dr. Sidney, no Billy. Don't want Push Boulder up no hilly. I want Milli Vanilli. No cold, don't want no filly. Don't want no cold, don't want no filly. Don't want no dress with lace up filly. I want Milli Vanilli. Don't want no Jack, don't want no Jilly. Don't want no Jack, don't want no Jilly. Don't want no oven, don't want no grilly. I want Milli Vanilli. Don't want no crying over milk spilly.
Pass me those cans of beans, will you, Mo? Pass me those cans of beans, will you, Mo?
What it means, they'll ask for it today. He's really keen, he'll make that scene. What was it, did he say? Pass me those cans of beans. Will you? Pass me those cans of beans. Will you?
Pass me those cans of beans, will you, Mo?
you come up with something better. Fuck face!
Cause I can dance, because I can dance. I'm sure I can dance, I'm sure I can dance, I can dance. I can dance, I really think I'm blow. I feel good.
Humphrey, I'd like to talk to you now about something that review listeners have close to their hearts, and that's the cinema, the film. Right. You know. Now, we know that there is that sort of art house erotica that is current not only in film but also in literature. And I think we've got an idea for Gillian. Gillian can take this, maybe Noah. Noah could be part of it. And that's the sort of nouveau porn that TISM have developed in a series of improv sessions over the past few months. And I'd like you to explain to review listeners the basic structure of nouveau porn.
Well, you know, nouveau porn is really concentrating on, you know, more or less going behind the facade that is normally set up with porn. You know, we're looking really at the first 35 to 40 seconds of a porn movie and expanding that to go over the full 2 hours. Now, that's the period where, you know, none of this stuff is actually happening, but you're talking about the interaction, the social intercourse, if you will, between the two protagonists.
That's
is the word.
Now, if we do a little bit of impro here, Humphrey, to give the review listeners and viewers a sort of a taste of nouveau porn. Right. So you're the man sitting there watching the TV, and I'll walk in and I'll say, "Oh, Sir Humphrey, it's time for our tennis lesson."
Yes, that's right, and I will reply more along the lines of, well, I must admit I have my balls ready.
I'd like to handle those balls, Sir Humphrey.
Well, my racket is very long and has catgut on it.
Those were all right, but what's that one that goes? Like a look at that one.
Yeah, have a look.
I'll tell the people out there who think that censorship is needed to protect Western civilization, the next band of rock musicians that you think are being subversive, let me tell you, in 10 years' time, they'll be the guys on Burke's backyard telling you how to make a spice rack. That's how subversive they are. Ministry are great because, you know, we were with Ministry at the big day out a couple of years ago, I think it was, Humphrey, and they're all insulin dependent. We saw them all injecting their insulin, and we're really pleased that an insulin dependent band can do so well.
It was one of the most eye-opening things that I found when I entered the rock scene was just how many groups seem to be insulin dependent. Quite obviously, you know, we are the high priests of the Dark One, but we probably can't carry on with that sort of talk, can we? This is Saturday morning television.
That's right. And we, you know, and
let's talk about, Sean, your popularity with the females in the viewing audience. I think cannot be underestimated.
Surely not.
They're probably switched off now because these Burks with the masks on are ruining your aura.
Yeah.
However, you know.
3 black men sitting at one table doesn't happen on TV very often, really, does it? So take the chance when I can get it.
One to you there, Sean. I'm not going to not going to top that one.
Some people have no problems, yeah. Pick it on the lips. How'd you like to be told about the cocks your mother sucked? Swamp riddle of brutal shout. You and all your race get burned. Got no needed all for United Nations. We got there behind the pub. Black, white, yellow, we agree about while hands are clutched. We wanna punch you to the fucking up. You and all your race get fucked.
Well, the Irish hate the Irish, and it's Arab versus Jew. We attacked us if you're Kurdish. And my cross, I'm sick of you.
This bullets will be straight about. Don't call me Negro, what's that? Grenades to be chucked. Don't call me what's a nigger. Call the slaves so you watch out. Don't call me Negro, what's that? You and your race get burned. Don't call me what's a nigger.
And again, a warm welcome to World Soccer. Buenas noches, welcome to World Soccer. Willkommen, Fußballfreunde. Buenas tardes. And Fiorentina are away. Massaro releasing Iachini, and that's a dangerous run. There's a man in the middle in Monelli, and he's got it this time, yes! What a beauty! And he's as happy as Larry. Will be 1-2, yes it is. Good move. Oh! Looking cross. What a goal!
The world is full of questions. They fill me with fear. What are our beginnings? Why are we here?
And he's got it this time, yes!
Is there a purpose? Yeah. Is there a God? One question troubles me, yeah, far more than this lot. One nationality is blurry, with 4 hills as ancestry. Who does the color of the country when he pumps on through OTC?
And he's as happy as Larry.
Everyone's searching for the meaning of life, religion and politics, black versus white.
And he's got it this time, yes!
Karl Marx played on the left, Ayn Rand played on the right, yeah. There's a much bigger problem, stops me sleeping at night. Whoa, what nationality is this Marie, yeah? With 4 hills is ancestry. Who does the color of the country when he votes on through OTC? Time to let the tap go down. Yes, it's more or less. Less is more. This week, oh yes. Less is more. I got one request, yeah. What is the origin of his descent?
Roberto Galvia. 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 Napoli Jerez. And he's got it this time, yes! What a beauty!
Is he from Austria, Algeria, Bahrain, Bangladesh, or Barbados, Bulgaria, Cameroon? Is he from Chad, Chile, China, Germany, Greece, Great Britain? Is he from Guatemala, Guama, Guyana? Is it more? Haiti, Burundi, Zimbabwe? Is it more? Cambodia, North Korea, Tanzania? Is it more? Senegal, Trinidad, Paraguay, Ecuador, you will have Trinidad. Is it more? Ethiopia, Madagascar, Switzerland, Guadeloupe? Is it more or less? This is more. The sweet fruit, yeah. This is more. I got one request, yeah. What is the origin of his descent?
Corradini Galbiati da Nova per 8, 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 Corradini Galbiati da Nova per 8. Well, can you blame him?
Kids, you want some speed and excitement? Speed? Excitement? Ring the number. Ring the number. Going go-kart racing is the second worst thing any human being can do. That's why TISM, Shock Records and Video Hits give you and 5 pea-brain friends the opportunity. All you gotta do is call the number. The very worst thing you could do is keep watching for our crappy new single, Greg, the Stop Sign, from our equally crappy new album, Machiavelli and the Four Seasons.
And that is Sports Tonight, Wednesday, August 23. But before we go, we'll leave you with the images and sounds that come as the result of sport clashing with art. Melbourne band TISM have been part of the effort to help save the St Kilda Football Club. They've enlisted some of the Saints for their latest film clip, Greg, the Stop Sign. It's all changed so much from when I was a jock. We'll see you tomorrow. Good night.
The guy who slagged the football team, those jobs were not for him. He turns into a real estate agent who believes in discipline. The guy who's first to use cocaine, the wild boy breaking free. He'll end up in a court of law as a prosecuting QC. Remember the school captain? Success was a matter of time. I can hear her now as she screams, Greg, you missed the stop sign. Forget Snoop, Doggy Dog, forget Old Iced Tea. The true word out on the streets is produced by the DAC. What's the use of striving? Life's road in front unravels. We get to do the driving, don't choose the direction we travel. Do your homework and whack for weeks, completely the damn dog line. It don't matter much when you hear that scream, Greg, you missed the stop sign.
Greg, the stop sign. Greg, the stop sign. Greg, the stop sign. Greg, the stop sign.
Sometime in the next 10,000 years, a comet's gonna wipe out all trace of man. I'm banking on it coming before my end-of-year exam. The rich kid becomes a junkie, the poor kid an advertiser. What a tragic waste of potential. Being a junkie's not so good either. Your folks worked hard for what you got. You're the fruit of their vine. Who cares what you sow and what you reap? Miss Greg, you missed the stop sign. You can do it, you can be your best. Girls can do anything, you can pass a test. I'm okay, you're okay, we're okay, we're fine. I thought I heard a semi-trailer, Greg, you missed the stop sign.
Greg, the stop sign. Greg, the stop sign. Greg, the stop sign. Greg, the stop sign.
Are you guys a joke?
Huh?
Are you guys a joke? Like, you're not for serious. Listen, this is serious, Mum. You're not really serious, are you? You're just a big joke.
This interview's been going for 20 minutes and you come out with it now. Maybe you did get expelled from school. Well, you expelled for marijuana possession.
No. We're not talking
20
about...
minutes in. We've been talking seriously about our art, about Joyce, about literature, about Beckett, you know, about Sartre, and you tell us we're a joke.
Who's Sartre?
Jean-Paul Sartre. I've read some of his works, yes.
Yeah, it was
you got to keep up on philosophy.
No, it was the inline skating championship
okay.
winner, France 45. He used to, he used to wet his dacks, and de Beauvoir used to change his dacks for him, and then she wrote this big feminist thing, you know? She wrote, what's the second sex? Was that de Beauvoir or... Yeah, and then, but he used to change Jean-Paul Sartre's dacks.
Shoes. Silly tune the radio, couldn't get rid of the static. Serves him right for being so fucking enigmatic. T.S. Eliot crushed his motor car, snapped the clutch cable. Look at my youngest daughter, could drink him under the table. T.S. Eliot, T.S. Eliot, T.S. Eliot, T.S. Eliot, yeah, Thomas. Woo! Eliot lost his wallet when he went into town. Served him right for hanging out with the likes of Ezra Pound. T.S. Eliot thinks he's famous because he's a genius. But you know, I'm ambivalent about the modernist achievement. Go to TISM and act really weird. Except the irony is, we're really boring guys and would never do this kind of shit.
Come to tell you something right, Mr. Elliot. Do I dare you to use in a beach? Do I dare roll the universe into a ball? But there is one thing you should never do. Don't you ever step on my blue suede.
shoes.
Well, I think you'll agree that was quite a match. TISM's use of the Catenaccio style defensive system seemed a very effective way to tighten up at the back. Look, how am I going to read that? It's ridiculous. I'm a professional. Who wrote this script? It's complete horseshit. That's it, I'm off. I've had enough.